slept past my alarm. Yes, I did. I turned it off and I fell back asleep and I woke up at 6 o'clock on the button. So we are about 11 minutes late, and so I'm needing extra gua sha, extra rolling in gua sha this morning because I am definitely just waking up, just getting rolling. I had that brief thought of like, do I push the morning show back like a half an hour or an hour? Do I go back to sleep and forget about it? And I was like, oh, no, I am committed. I'm going to be here. I might be a little late, but I am here. So I am here, and we're going to roll away all the sleep and be here and do this thing. Okay. Good morning, Sarah. She's here. It's not as early in Colorado, though. It's not as early in Colorado. So, yeah. I'm so sorry that I overslept, but we're doing the thing now. We're doing it. Okay. So, I was really working hard on something yesterday. Really, really hard in trying to figure out how to make it all happen. And I am this close to having it done too. I've been waiting to put out the podcast because I've been wanting to make an announcement about what is coming. So I'm this close to having it done, but I will tell you guys here. I think I announced it somewhere yesterday, or I don't know even where it was. But that's how we're doing. I am releasing again the Live Well Planned. It's going, instead of being called a cohort, now it is being called a group coaching course. And so I have a new platform that we are doing the course on. It is all pretty. 7 works great for you, though you were up at 5:45 to go out for a walk. I'm proud of you. I wasn't. I should have been. My alarm had gone off. I didn't quite make it. So we are going to be doing, starting July 10th is when this group coaching course will start again. And it is all about like all the little things in your life to plan, all the time management. We will go over your time. We will go over your routine, over your systems. We'll figure out a planning system that works for you. You get Trello boards and PDFs and like all kinds of things. You get Canva templates, all this stuff to help you to get yourself organized. And there's like the base version where you just follow the videos that I am releasing throughout the weeks and all of that. And then there's also the VIP version where it's like, you want me to get in there with you. And we Marco Polo back and forth, and we look at your schedule and we look at all of those different pieces that we're working on. You turn in your homework to me. We talk back and forth about it. I help you to make the decisions about your time that sometimes you need somebody to come in and just tell you what to do. Sometimes I feel like I have that where I'm like, can somebody just tell me like which way to go? And so I do that for you. It's like life coaching with a planning and productivity twist. So I have that all coming. It's going to be kicking off on July 10th. I'm trying to get the sales page up and ready to go. It might be a little confusing. I think what it's going to do is you purchase through this sales page, and then you have to go and register on a different site. Once you've done that, you'll get a coupon to be able to get into that site for free. But just trying to like navigate all the different softwares and all the different things, and sometimes it's more complicated than you want it to be. So that is what is going to happen. With that, coming July 10th, we are going to kick off that group coaching course. You can just do the course, or you can get in there and like have the really one-on-one VIP experience with me. So that is what is happening with that. I'm really excited about it. I've done this in the past. We called it a cohort, and I had like small groups of women that I did it with, and it was really transformational for them. And they really reported like having questions answered that they had just not been able to answer themselves, and being able to restructure their time in a way that would actually work, because there's a really big emphasis on that in the course, is making decisions that are based in reality. Like, what is going to actually happen? No, we're not working off of pipe dreams here. We're working off what we can actually do with our time. And so I'm really excited to get that going again. Very often you just want someone to tell you what to do to keep you on track, right? You just want, like, just give me the next step and I'll just do it. I just don't want to have to figure it out. Help me to figure it out. And so if you get that VIP experience, then I can do that. I can help you to figure it out. So you can be looking for that. I'll be making that announcement later today on Instagram, but I think where you'll be able to go is to MacKenzieKoppa.com/livewellplanned. And that is how you can get to that page and be able to purchase the course. So that is what we are going to, be doing soon. All right, what else have we got going on? We need to plan the day. I didn't use all the space on my day yesterday, and so I am going to just draw a line through this and do today on the bottom half of this page. I look at all these guests I have coming on the podcast. I have 10 people who are coming on the podcast in the next, very short time. Although I can't map out my day when I do it this way, which is kind of a bummer. But okay, we're just going to go with it. People are saying they can't find me over here. Sarah found me, so I don't know what the deal is. Okay, I'm going to put this down. Friday. We have a very, very busy weekend this weekend. We have the largest 3-on-3 basketball competition in the world here in our city. And so my son is competing in that. My boyfriend loves basketball and he wants to go down for a ton of it. We have to get up bright and early tomorrow and be down there for a 9:30 game. Oh, forgive me while I'm already tired. So we are going to be doing that, and it's gonna be a really good time. So it's gonna be a busy weekend, but I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. Joy found it. Your YouTube is super cluttered with kid stuff. Oh, isn't that so frustrating? I know there are certain things my kids have subscribed to where I'm like, really? Do we really need this on here? I don't know if we do. Okay, so I'm going to write down what I'm doing on the live today. Melissa's here. Hello, Melissa. And then I'm also going to write my to-dos. So I will be opening up the course. It's on this really cool platform called Marvelous. Your youngest is 5 today. Oh my gosh, a whole hand. That's when they start feeling so little. So what was I saying? Wow, got sidetracked really easily this morning. The course is going to be on this site called Marvelous. And so it's very pretty and nicely done. It's a really easy platform to use. And it has a group, like a community section within the course. You can also, no, you're fine, Joy. You are fine. I like the interaction. I'm fresh out of bed. So it's on me. It's completely on me. So this course also, if you open the website on your phone, it has functionality where it tells you how to save it, sort of, so it looks like an app. Like you can put the website on your home screen, and it's got some really cool features I'm really excited about. I think it's going to make the course really seamless and easy to do. All of the streaming of the daily videos will come right through there. I think it's going to be great. So I'm excited about it. Okay. To do. Open course. I have auditions. Get the podcast out, because it's basically done. I was just waiting until I had like the course page ready so that it wasn't coming out like directing people to nowhere. So, and that took, it was like one of those rabbit hole things that you start and then you just are stuck in for hours yesterday being like, okay, now I've done this thing, but now it's opened up this thing that I have to take care of. And it's like one of those things that just becomes way more complicated than you feel like it probably needs to be. That's where I'm at right now with it, where I'm like, I just want it to be done just so I can tell everybody to go get it. Okay. Open course audition podcast. I still have that YouTube video I want to get out. Hopefully I can make that happen this afternoon. Yeah. You tried to do your weekend planning as a couple last night. The most excruciating process. Oh, Joy, that's disappointing. Is that something that your coach can help with? I would love to be able to like brainstorm that with you. How that could look different, how it could look less excruciating, because I do have a lot of experience with planning with people who have ADHD and are, resistant to planning. So I would love to, maybe we should talk about that on Instagram or something. Like, how can we troubleshoot that for you? So yeah, I'm going to try to get a lot done this morning. And then maybe take a little bit of a break this afternoon. I'll probably be getting the YouTube thing out this afternoon, but take it a little bit more easy this afternoon. It has been a long week. I know we have a long weekend ahead, and I think I need to give myself a little bit of a break. So I might be doing that. Oh, goodness me. But still wanting to get a lot done. So we'll see. We'll see how much of a break I actually give myself, because there's a lot to do. But yeah, goodness, you guys, I'm so tired. My kids too, they've been working, like the oldest two have been working at camps all week. And so this is the first day where they don't have any camps to work at. So everybody's home, everybody's sleeping in. I told them, I know we have our like schedule and everything that we've made for this summer. Today, I want you to go ahead and sleep in. Just relax. Get some rest, because we've got a long weekend ahead. So that is what they are doing. Okay, one thing, if you guys can start popping your top 3 things into the comments that you want to try to get done today. I would love to hear those and interact with those with you. I was going to talk about books today and some things that I have been reading, some things that I would like to read. So we're going to do a little bit of that right now. I showed these over on Instagram yesterday, so I'll do a quick flyover of a couple of the books that I have that I've been sent like for the podcast and whatnot. The first one is The Enneagram for Moms. I'm really excited about this book. I think I've read Beth McCord's other Enneagram work. I think she's got a great website about the Enneagram. I'm a big fan of the Enneagram, so I'm very excited about this book. This one is called Always Squeezing Lemons by Kayla Logue, Taking Responsibility to Define Your Own Success. And the thing about this, I'm excited. I think I'm going to be able to read it more quickly because the type font is larger. So I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to be able to sail through this book and get a lot out of it. So, finish desk setup, printer cords miscellaneous, deep clean a bathroom, and you need to do some weeding. Those sound like 3 big projects. Wow. That's a lot to get done today, Joy. I hope it goes really well. And you have a birthday that you're doing. So maybe that has something to do with it. Are you having a birthday party you gotta like be ready for? Okay, so Always Squeezing Lemons. This one I started yesterday. I'm listening to the audiobook, actually, of Get Better at Anything. I thought this sounded really interesting. He's going to be coming on the podcast. So will Kayla Logue. And I thought, why not? So far, it's really interesting. He's talking about this Tetris player who, in the early 2000s, was able to get farther in it than anyone had ever gotten, and like how do we get to that place where we keep like advancing and we keep getting better at things. And so I'm really interested to hear, because I feel like I'm in the middle of trying to learn a lot of things right now and put a lot of things into practice. And so I'm excited to read that. And there's a couple of other ones that are coming as they come in. I will share them with you guys too. I am currently reading Emily Henry's latest book. I'm trying to think of the name. Party-ish. Party-ish. Okay, I get that. Yeah, so far I'm liking the audiobook of that book. Okay, the latest Emily Henry, I don't remember the name. Is it called Happy Place? I don't remember, you guys, because I've just been reading away. That's going to bother me now, but my Kindle is not near me and the information is on my phone. So I'm reading the latest Emily Henry. It's really cute. I'm really liking it so far. It's kind of fun and, it's a rom-com. But I like hers. I feel like they're not total fluff. She does a good job, so I am enjoying it. Authentically Izzy by Pepper Basham is a fictional audio that actually is so good on audiobook. Back and forth of female and male voices. Interesting. I have not read one like that where I've read a book about audiobook authors who do books like that, but I have not read one like that or listened to one like that. That's interesting. I'm going to write that down. But where? Where do I want to write it down? I'm going to write it down here. Authentically Izzy by Pepper Basham. All right. Thank you. Thank you, Sarah. I will check that out. Okay. So banter of text and emails combined with storyline. That's fun. That is fun. Okay, I will have to check that out. Your current audio fiction does that. Interesting, you guys. That's a whole new, I need to get into that. I need to find out who's doing that. That sounds like a lot of fun. And it sounds like I wouldn't have to edit it myself. That's what it sounds like, which is a huge hurdle in the voiceover industry. Okay, another book that I just read, well, I've told you guys, Unreasonable Hospitality. You're going to hear me talking about that just constantly because it is so good and everybody needs to read it. Everybody needs to listen to it. It's based in a lot of stories, but it has so much great information about thinking about how to be of service to other people and bring joy to other people and be a good leader. I think it's excellent, excellent, excellent. And we are rewatching The Bear right now. So that is all coming into play as we are rewatching it and experiencing like that sort of industry again. And I'm finding that The Bear references a lot of the same like restaurants and things that Unreasonable Hospitality does. So it's really fun to kind of now have like this other inside baseball experience. Like I really love behind the scenes. And so I feel like I kind of have that. Very fun. Okay. I am reigniting. I've taken a couple of months where I've been a little bit lax about my fast like a girl follow through, not thoughts, but follow through, I would say. And I'm wanting to get back on track with this because I think I've been working out pretty much 5 days a week since the end of September. And the point at which I really started to see some real differences in my body, I'm 40, things don't work the way that they used to. I saw a picture of myself from 3 years ago yesterday, and I was like, have I honestly changed that much in 3 years' time? I just was stunned. And so I know a lot of it has to do with age and hormones and all of that. Like it's coming hard for me. So this book kind of combined with some of the wisdom from the Galveston diet as well, with like the getting enough fiber and that sort of thing. I'm really trying to like buckle back down again and put this into practice. Unreasonable Hospitality may be a great audio for 3 hours there and back trip with your 3 girls this Sunday. It might be. Yeah. I mean, I think they would be. I think everyone would be old enough. I don't think there's language. I think it's worth a try, Sarah. I just found it so interesting. So, yeah, check it out. But this I'm reigniting, like, okay, I need to buckle down and get back into like my fasting windows and all of that, and be increasing my protein again and all of that good stuff. So I do really like this book by Mindy Pelz, and I think it's you're off to party. Have so much fun, Joy. Good luck getting all those things done on your list. So I really like this. I think it's excellent, especially mixed in with the Galveston diet and taking some of those things into account and those thoughts. I think that is really helpful. And so I'm hoping to like feel better in my body again. With that, I also am going to be finishing, I got the audiobook to The Life Brief. I had Bonnie Wan on my podcast, but I was only able to read about that much of the book, and I would like to finish it because it was super interesting how she was talking about creating a life. And so I'd like to like really curating like how you want your life to go and figuring out your goals and stuff. She's got some really interesting ideas about it. And so I would like to finish reading that. The Berlin, I talked about this the other day, but the Berlin, not Berlin, the Midwife series. It's 2 books that I know of. There might be another follow-up book that I haven't read yet. I'm not sure. I took a little bit of a break from the like highly intense, like emotional, stressful World War II and after stuff. So there's the Midwife of Auschwitz and there's the Midwife of Berlin. And the Midwife of Auschwitz, like I've done a lot of World War II reading since I was young. Like I was in a Holocaust play when I was young, and so I really had to dive into like my research about the Holocaust and being able to portray someone who was living in a ghetto and like all of that stuff. I had to learn a lot of that about that from a pretty young age. And so I always feel like I've had a pretty good awareness, but reading about the Midwife of Auschwitz, now granted, it's historical fiction, but it's based in a lot of truth. And that was incredibly interesting to me, a perspective that I'd never heard before about how many babies were born there. And so I thought that was an incredibly well done book. And then getting the kind of the follow-up to that book about 18 years later when the Berlin Wall was being erected, it was so crazy to think about. I just really didn't know all that much about the Iron Curtain and Berlin during that time. Like, you know that it happened, but you don't really know. Like, hearing how the wall literally went up overnight and how families were divided, and like it was crazy. And that they thought that this was the answer to not having like the control of the Nazis happening again, and then it basically was the same thing. Like it was very interesting and very well done. And so I love when a book can give me like another insight into history that I haven't heard before, while also being entertaining. I don't know if that's the way that I would call it, but like it wraps you up in story. So you're not just reading a textbook. I guess that's kind of what I mean. Like it draws you into a story that then fills you with a bunch of information, which I thought was really gripping. You're reading The Tattooist of Auschwitz right now, and it's good but tough. Yeah, I read those 2 books back to back, Midwife of Auschwitz and Midwife of Berlin. And I was like, okay, need to take a break now and get back into my rom-coms, because I think it's healthy to not just live in rom-com land all the time. Like, it can be a really good thing to give yourself a break and, like, read something a little bit harder, challenge yourself a little bit. But yeah, I dabble in it because I don't want to get stuck in that, like, really heavy place. Oh my god, I'm so sorry for how tired I am today. It is a hard morning to get rolling today. So I think those are the main books. I have a slew of books in uh, NetGalley that I need to get on top of that are being released this summer. A couple of them are probably already out, and I need to get those read as well. But that Emily Henry book came up from the library, and I had been waiting. I was like 132nd in line, so I was like, I'm not passing up this opportunity. I'm gonna read this book. So that's just the way it goes. Um, so yeah, I think that's probably my current reading update for right now. I think I've read like 16 books so far this year, so not quite to the halfway point of what I read last year, but I always have book or months where I read more books and months where I read less books, and I think this is going to be a summer where I'm trying to pack in a lot of reading, especially with the podcast and whatnot. So hopefully I will make some progress on my reading goals this summer. I'm excited to see what the Kindle challenge will look like. And I also need to start tracking my reading for our library because we can get, like, even as adults, it sounds like we can get like some free prizes, which I'm like, okay. So we went and signed the kids up the other night, and there's like an app where you can track it and all this stuff. And the kids can get like free tickets to our fair in September. The fair is expensive. So I was like, okay, everybody's reading in August. If we want to go to the fair, you got to get in for free. Okay. And then, what else you could get like a free boba tea or something, which I've not actually tried boba tea, but if I got one for free, maybe I would. Who knows? So, yeah, I need to do a better job of tracking my reading, but I am excited to see what the new Kindle challenge will release. I hit all the bookmarks. I got all the bookmarks for the month of June, or the spring challenge, I guess is what it was. So I'm feeling pretty good about that. And I just passed my 1 year streak of not missing a single day. It's the first time I've done that, and I've been trying for like 3 years. So it happened, and I'm excited, and now it'll be even more devastating when I miss a day at some point, but oh well, at least I made it for a full year. So, and today also marks, it's been 4 years since I met my boyfriend, so that's kind of fun that um it's been that long. Yeah. Okay. I am going to go because I have a lot of other work that I need to get on top of here. But I hope that you guys have a wonderful day, a wonderful Friday, a wonderful weekend. We will be back here, right here on YouTube on Monday morning. Tell your friends, tell people about it. It's a good time. And yeah, we'll be here at 6 a.m. Pacific Monday morning doing this thing again. I hope you guys have a really fun weekend. Come back with all the stories on Monday. I would love to hear. And until then, go be bold and gracious. Bye, ladies.